your friendly neighborhood Critterman here today. With me is Alice, our Burmese python from Southeast Asia. You know, snakes are an animal that many people fear, but snakes are not an animal to fear, simply to understand and respect. There are no animals that look the way they do to scare anyone. They simply look the way they do because it helps them to live and survive out in the wild. For instance, many people do not like the way a snake looks. They think that their skin would feel slimy. But snakes look shiny because, well, they shed their skins about 3 or 4 times a year, getting a brand new layer of skin. And on a snake like Alice here, that comes from the rainforest, their scales are very smooth, and things that are smooth reflect light. Think something like sequins or glitter. Now, something else that people tell me they don't like about snakes is that they're always sticking out their tongue, which seems kind of rude. But of course, snakes are not being rude. Well, the reason they stick out their tongue is that is how they smell. They pick up scent particles out of the air with their tongue, stick that tongue back into their mouth, and they pick up little things with that tongue, little scent particles that something called a Jacobson's organ in the roof of their mouth reads. So snakes, when they stick out their tongue, are simply trying to gather information. Now, I know that some of you might have grown up hearing that the only good snake is a dead snake. Well, did you know that snakes are one of the top predators on the planet of rodents? They eat rats and mice. Now, I'm pretty sure most of us do not want to eat a lot of rats and mice. I know I don't. But let me tell you, rats and mice can do a whole lot of damage to farmers' crops. Well, snakes don't eat farmers' crops, but many species of snakes do eat the animals that are eating farmers' crops. And where Alice is from, in the rainforest of Southeast Asia, well, there are a lot of rodents there that are eating the rainforest every day. So we might not have beautiful rainforests if we did not have predators like snakes doing that very important job. Now, of course, the last thing that I always hear from people as a reason to not like snakes or appreciate them is that, well, this thing about all snakes being venomous, or many people believe that. Well, that's simply not true. Most snakes have no venom at all. And by the way, venomous snakes are not bad snakes or mean snakes, but they are snakes with serious consequences. And it's not easy to become a snake expert. You can't simply learn 3 things, no matter what Meemaw or Peepaw taught you growing up. So Red on Black, Friend of Jack, well, that doesn't do you much good in Southeast Asia or anywhere outside North America. So you can't simply learn a poem. Many people say, look at the shape of the head. If it has a triangle-shaped head, it is a venomous snake. Well, some of the most venomous snakes on the planet have round heads, not triangle-shaped heads. And as you might notice on camera here, Alice has a dark triangle shape right in the middle of the head. So you could be easily confused by that. And of course, the third thing that some people are told to look for is the shape of the pupils on the eyes. Well, let me tell you, you'd have to get pretty close to most snakes to actually see their pupils. So let me share something with you that will keep you all safe, especially if you're afraid of snakes. And that is, if you ever see a snake or any wild animal, please leave them alone. And don't let fear overcome you. You know, if you're afraid of an animal like a snake or a spider or a shark, well, be curious and learn about them. So you know what? If we all have some time, we'll pick up a book and read, or take some time to go learn about an animal that maybe makes you a little nervous, because knowledge is a very powerful thing. And animals, well, not only do they make the world a more interesting, beautiful place to live, but they also make things work. It's up to all of us to take care of them.
For more information, visit critterman.com.